are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, of course, the Barbs and Kendrick Lamar fans were going at it. Why am I not shocked? A lot of fans are calling Kendrick Lamar out because they feel as though he has copied Nicki Minaj, or he started being animated because of Nicki. Now, we previously talked about this before, but fans are actively trying to discredit Kendrick Lamar because he is really the hottest male rapper out currently. Now, if you guys have paid attention to Kendrick Lamar's career, in my opinion, he has always been animated, okay? From the very start of his career. He actually has credit Eminem in a previous interview he did years ago as to how he, gets inspiration for his flow and how to ride the beat. He said, when I was a kid, I studied Eminem's flow. It was a textbook. He said, the first time I heard Marshall Mathers LP, which is the album, I was blown away. The way he controlled his voice, rolled the beat, and told stories. I had to figure out how he did it, okay? So, he has credited Eminem as his major influence, and that's how he's able to be animated in records. And as we know, no shade to Nicki Minaj because she's an icon, but Eminem came out long before Nicki Minaj. And on top of that, Eminem and Kung Fu Kenny are both under Dr. Dre. So that's where his influence comes from. I do think he's a fan of Nicki. He has shown Nicki Minaj a lot of love in the past. But I feel as though people are trying to nitpick at Kung Fu Kenny in anything he does. Okay? Because to say that he's copying Nicki Minaj, when they became mainstream at the same time and he is signed to Dr. Dre and influenced by Eminem, which Nicki Minaj is probably influenced by M and Foxy too. At the end of the day, it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like people are trying to nitpick at Kung Fu Kenny and trying to find any little thing to come after him for. Any little thing. It just doesn't even make sense. Why he would be copying Nicki Minaj when they came out the same time. And to be quite honest, for a while, Kung Fu Kenny was making different type of music from Nicki Minaj. Okay, y'all was calling his music slave music for the last 10 years until he defeated Champagne Thickums. So for the last 10 years, he was making slave music. Now he copying Nicki Minaj. Which one is it? We got to stick to one narrative. We can't change it. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Off the Cheat's new girlfriend. She don't look like Cardi B. She actually looks very pretty. I'm not saying Cardi B's ugly, but she ain't that great looking. No shade. Her body seems a little bit more natural. Maybe that's what he really wanted. But she was posted inside Cardi B's home. Didn't Cardi B say she did not want Off the Cheat's girlfriend in her house that she shared with Off the Cheat?
So tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit voice notes on my voicemails on my phone. I told this girl, "Hey, why you?" I hit this girl up before, like, "Yo, I better not find out you in my house." This girl gonna tell me, "Why you care that I'm in the house? You haven't been there for 3 years." Girl, how you gonna tell me why I'm mad that you in my house when that's my house that I bought? Are you okay?
Well, it looks like Cardi B, she's in the home and you not going to do nothing about it. Are you going to send men to throw bottles at her like you did to Off the Cheat's mistresses back in 2018, 2019? Because all this rah-rah on the internet ain't going to do much, okay? But it looks like you getting punked in your own house, okay? But this is also a sign that Cardi B probably should have left years ago. Okay, she should have definitely left years ago. Instead, she was getting knocked up every other year, and now she getting punked in her own house. And when Off the Cheat take millions from her, I don't want her to complain. Okay, because they both was cheating. Somebody said, oh, well, he was cheating, he don't get money. Well, they both was cheating. Okay, didn't she get caught pregnant texting Stefan Diggs? Off the Cheat already blasted her for getting allegedly effed while she was pregnant with Off the Cheat's baby. So at the end of the day, she don't have a case when it comes to cheating because she was doing it too. Now, D0JA is set to headline the South African Festival at the Hey Neighbor 2025. She going back to her roots, okay, because I believe her father is South African. So it has been reported that Doja Cat's the first headliner to be revealed for the Hey Neighbor Festival in South Africa this summer. Let me know if you guys will be seeing Doja Cat. Do we got any South African people in the building watching the show? Are you guys gonna tune in and buy some tickets to see Doja Cat? Is Doja Cat big in South Africa? We don't know. I think she might be, because if she headlining, she might be big in South Africa. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, moving on to D0JA and Ckiminaj. It looks like D0JA addresses the haters, the barbs, and some of the general public, and possibly Nicki, in regards to people basically calling her an industry plant. Now, a few weeks ago, fans did accuse Ckiminaj of throwing shade at D0JA.
I can understand. I can understand the desperation sometimes. You know, we be on here for a whole hour and 2 hours playing songs that's not even my big hits. You see? And because of that, there's a lot more studying that needs to go on into this thing here. And I think that it will take at least another 10 years. At least another 10 years for the, how can I say this? Well, I'm not going to say it. All I'll say is what I just said. You see, love is love. True love can't be duplicated, can't be forced, can't stay stalking people looking for the source. Because what you get is the broth.
So fans were saying that Nicki Minaj was calling out D0JA for allegedly copying her in a few records, copying her cadence, her lyrics, which a lot of female rappers have done. And because of D0JA's recent success, she's been out for years, but she didn't have this type of success like she's having now. A lot of people have been accusing D0JA of being an industry plant. Well, she decided to clap back. She was honored for Woman of the Year for the Women in Music from Paola Board. And this is what she had to say.
We are the creatives, we are the executives, and we are the innovators who are just as central to this industry as the men. Clock it! And I want everybody to hear me clearly when I say that it is not a button, it is our brains. It is not a machine, it is our leadership. It is not a conspiracy, it is our vulnerability. And it is not an agenda, it's God.
So let me know how y'all feel about that. She said there is no agenda, there's no buttons, there's no one pulling strings. She said it's her talent, her vulnerability. I forgot what she said. She said it's, the executives, whatever that means. I guess the executives, they pulling strings. But let me know How y'all feel about Doja's speech? A lot of people feel like she clapping back at the haters. Now, I do agree that there's no button, but there is a machine. The thing is, though, the machine are the executives. The machine is, the payola. The machine is the people pulling strings at the scammy committee for you to win awards. But it's not really a button, okay? But I get what she's saying. I feel like Doja deserves her success. Do I feel like, yeah, she's getting a push and payola and strings are being pulled? Of course. But I feel like she deserves it because she's talented. I feel like, if you're talented, it don't matter if there's a push or, payola being given. Because there has been a lot of untalented artists who have gotten better treatment than Doja, to be quite honest. Okay, like the Cardi B's, like the Ice Spices. The only reason why people turned on Ice Spice is because she was on the Ozepic and she turned against Ckiminaj. Let's be very clear, but she didn't have the talent Doja has. Let's be very clear. She should have never got signed. Let's be very clear about that too. Nobody has been calling out the machine that, Sexy Red or Ice Spice have gotten, or the Cardi B's. Let's be very clear about that. So, I feel like Doja does deserve her success, but I do think she's definitely getting a push and the machine is behind her. Now, moving on from that, Cardi B continues to threaten Off the Cheat and a blogger who has allegedly been harassing Cardi B. Let's take a listen.
I never really saw him as my op type shit. But when you start doing shit like an op, like having this blogger say the nastiest, craziest shit about me and harassing me out of nowhere, it's annoying. And I'm gonna give it. This was started everything 7 days ago. This was restarted shit 7 days ago. This was restarted shit 7 days ago, actually. And I told her, please leave me alone. Even when the whole divorce thing came out, I already knew that it was gonna come out. I was fine with it. Like, it's like, hey, listen, like, I was fine with it. Like, I'm cool. Like, because if I ask for something, he's gonna do it. I was cool with it. You know what this is? She's gonna post in the blog. Yeah, joint custody. Because who the you think this is? Girl, what the fuck you talking about? And I told her, if you talk about my kids, I told Offset, if that talk about my kids again, we're gonna have a problem. No, the harassing me because she got an issue with she be having an issue with who I be fucking. Why don't you be telling this nigga who he be fucking? Why don't you come at him? I give it to whoever I want to. I give it to the Habibi store if I want to. I give it to the corner store Habibi store nigga if I want to. Why you in my shit? I don't harass this. Why you harassing me? But that's because I feel like he got to harass me.
Now, here's the thing with Cardi B. She does all of this on social media, but we have yet to hear about her second album. Fans were actually concerned that Off the Cheat was allegedly stopping Cardi B from putting out her second album. I don't blame Off the Cheat, though. She has a lot of content for a second album. You done got cheated on a gazillion times. You could have made a rap version Lemonade 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you have a lot of stories to tell. You always on social media ranting and going off on somebody. You could have put it in the music. I think Cardi B is just lazy, and her mind and her heart is not set on music. In my opinion, I think Cardi B did music as a cash grab. Okay, I don't think she did it for the love of music, because if she did, she would have been put out her second and third album by now. Doja Cat's on her fifth album. You still on your first. How does that make sense? It don't. So, I don't feel bad for Cardi B. Like I said before, I think that, she knew what she was getting into. She thought that she was going to be the exception, and she's not. And the thing about Cardi B, you reap what you sow. No shade. She has done a lot of black women dirty throughout her time in the industry, and now it's all coming back around to her. Now, moving on to Justin Crackhead Bieber. He will be receiving Donkey of the Day. Sorry, Beliebers, but Justin's actions are unacceptable, and he's not above Donkey of the Day. Now, Messy Justin has decided to throw some subliminal shots at Selena. He posted Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing, and he said, I really tried to play nicey nice. Okay? Whatever that means, but allegedly is shade at Selena. A lot of people feel like he's shading Selena because she did a recent interview and she said that, she had a dream that Justin basically apologized to her. But it was just a dream, and, she doesn't need validation from anybody, including an ex. I guess he might feel some type of way about that. Now, he posted a series of videos before he deleted his Instagram of him basically looking like he was high on some sort of drugs or substances. No shade. Now, fans were calling out Messy Bieber and saying, 31 years old, married for 8 years, and a father acting like this and having an imaginary feud with his ex-fiance. Pathetic. Sorry, it's not funny, but I wouldn't say it's imaginary. I think that they be throwing shade at each other because I think that I don't care how long it's been, Selena and Justin still got some sort of feelings towards each other. That's why they throwing shade. How has it been 8 years and y'all still beefing? How? That means some feelings are still left unsaid. Then he posted this very interesting post of a picture of him with Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. If you guys have ever listened to Hit 'Em Up, which I'm probably sure you have. If you haven't, you might be a little bit too young. But in Hit 'Em Up, Tupac tells Biggie he effed Faith Evans. He said, he effed, Faith Evans, his wife, in Hit 'Em Up. And, allegedly that is shade to Benny Blanco. He basically telling Benny that he slept with Selena first. That's what the fans are saying. That's why he posted Hit 'Em Up. He also posted a picture of Haley with Sade's Jezebel playing. And the lyrics he posted says she wins with her hands down. And he's basically saying Haley, who was the other woman at one moment in time, she was the Jezebel allegedly at one moment in time, she won over Selena. That's what the fans are saying. Okay? I think Justin, he's still on them drugs. And I don't think Hailey Bieber can really help him. He crashed out and then he deleted his Instagram. But you can't delete once the receipts are all over the internet. That's why you're receiving Donkey today. It was one thing to post the stuff, but then when you try to hit the delete button, that's not how it works, J-Beeb. That's not how it works. Okay, you better stand on what you said. Now, I think that he needs to get some help, maybe go to rehab for a few months. But the fact that he's still crashing out about Selena lets me know that he still got feelings for her. I don't care if he's been married for 8-9 years. What does that mean? J-Ho was married like 4 times after Ben Affleck. Okay? And still got back with him 20 years later. So there's something still brewing between J-Beam and Selena. They still throwing shade, which means they still got feelings for each other. Haley and Benny Blanco need to bow out gracefully. Now, it looks like Jenny, Lisa, and Rose were exposed from Blackpink from saying the N-word in their videos that have leaked by an alleged YG employee because they are signed to YG Entertainment. Are we really shocked? No, I'm not. Y'all allowed Justin Bieber and the Kardashians and J-Ho and all these non-black artists to say the N-word all the time. So I'm not really shocked that they were comfortable enough to do it, even though they were just rapping a song. It doesn't really matter. They have no business rapping a song. No shade to Lisa, but her rap music is trash and it sounds like AI. That's why her album flopped. Let's be very clear. That's why that album flippily flopped. And even with Doja Cat and Ray, she couldn't be saved. Let's be very clear. But I'm sure you guys are going to cape for in the comments and say, oh, well, it's just music, because y'all allow these non-black artists to get away with a lot of things. So I'm not really shocked by this at all. Donkey of the day to Jenny, Lisa, and Rose. I will never give them another stream ever again. Most of their music is trash anyway. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.